Hello and welcome to Bulldog Tales. We are here today with members of the varsity gymnastics team. I'm here with Caitlin Markowski, a senior, and also senior Jackie Lamanna. Welcome to the show, girls.
Thank you.
As I said, you guys are both seniors, so you've just recently wrapped up your career in gymnastics here at RB. Caitlin, I'll start with you. Can you give me a little synopsis of the season and how things went?
Sure. Well, this year we had a new coach, and it was the same, 8 girls that was on it last year, so we were all really close, and we just worked together a lot and improved our score each meet. And for us, it's not really about winning, but having fun and giving our best effort. So we all improved a lot and worked together to help each other through the season.
And Jackie, I know it's got to be tougher at a school of our size. Most of the powerhouse gymnastic schools are bigger in terms of enrollment. What's it like to compete against those schools?
I mean, when we go into a meet where we're facing big teams or whatever, we kind of go in our own world, and it's us just competing against our previous scores or something.
So not as much worrying about where you score in the meet, just trying to outdo the last performance you had?
Yes.
Okay, good. And as far as events go, Caitlin, I'll come back to you. What events do you compete in?
I do beam, just beam.
And can you give us an example of how scoring goes for that, or maybe using your own scores as an example?
Everything's on a 10.0 scale, but depending on your tricks and your degree of difficulty, you're scored from that. So my routine starts at a 9.2 because of the scores, and then you get deductions for everything in gymnastics. So if you fall, if your toes aren't pointed, if your knees aren't high enough.
So as far you were saying about what your maximum score is, so it's not necessarily starting out of a perfect 10 or something like that. It's based on what you put in.
In order to get a perfect 10, you have to have bonus in your routine. So you have to have harder tricks to get. So starting out of a 10 is actually a challenge within itself.
And no major injuries or anything that you've sustained?
No, I have not been hurt at all, thank goodness.
Good. Jackie, how about you as far as events that you've competed in?
I compete on vault and bars.
Okay, and so I'll keep the same question with you. Can you explain a little bit about how those are scored and how they work?
Vault, it depends which trick you're doing. I did a front handspring, so that was at a 8.2. And they just deduct the way you run, or the way you hit the board, how far you reach on the vault, just how you land and stuff. And then for bars, I believe it was at a 9.2 too, and it just depended on your tricks for bonuses and everything.
Right. You had mentioned, Caitlin, that the deductions for every little thing, is it a tough part of the sport to be that scrutinized all the time for your routines?
It's difficult because even if you think you do a really good routine for yourself, you still have all this deductions just because if you wobble or if you everything, it's sometimes a bit I don't know, hard to understand also where the deductions are coming from.
Right.
But
and Jackie, do you get a chance to watch your own routines? Do you ever videotape to see if what they're deducting you for is something that you've actually done wrong, or if it's just nitpicky things that the judges see?
Well, they give us a score sheet, and it shows what you got deducted on.
All right, so you have an opportunity to try to fix those things the next time. Okay. For gymnastics, it's a pretty rigorous sport, so I'll start with you, or I'll stay here with you, Jackie. What's practice like? Give me an example of what it's like every day for you guys in practice.
Well, we go there. Usually, people have snacks before, and then we start running for a little bit, and then you sit down and stretch, and then Carrie, our coach, would assign us where to go, and then she would tell you how many amounts of routines you have to do, how many tricks you should work on, and you would just go and do that, and then go to the next event until you're done, and then you would go and condition.
And Caitlin, we had swimmers in here in a previous segment, and they claimed that their sport was the most rigorous to practice. How would you say gymnastics stacks up with other sports?
Well, our gymnastics, we work hard, but actual competitive gymnastics is intense, and other schools that we compete against, you can tell that their practices and their work ethic is a lot more serious than ours. I think for us, our team is just about having fun and doing what we love instead of getting the best score.
Okay. Now you guys are both seniors, so you guys went through the transformation of our school. So if I could come back to you, Jackie, what is it like now compared to maybe when you were a freshman in terms of the facilities that we have here now at RB? Or if you can even remember that far back to what it used to be like.
The new beam room.
Oh yeah, that is. Yeah, there's a new beam room, but I don't do beams, so that didn't really impact me much. But what else? Oh, vault got changed back to the way it used to be, how we run from in the hall into the gym, because we used to practice in the East Gym. So like that's nice because you're in your room instead of being in the East Gym.
Okay, and Kaylin, do you enjoy or was it worthwhile to wait for the new facilities to be built?
Yeah, it's nice having the extra space, and like we've gotten a lot of equipment, newer equipment since like our freshman year, I think, and it's just nice to have a little bit more space to spread out and like have your own area sometimes.
Okay, and one last question, we'll try to get both of you in real quick here. Going through gymnastics, what would you say to young kids? Is it a worthwhile sport to get involved in at a young age?
I feel like it's just fun. Like it's a fun sport overall for anybody.
And it's like unique compared to like other sports, and you get a lot out of it, whether it's like strength or flexibility or just like confidence in yourself almost, because you do compete by yourself in front of a judge and audience.
I think that is something that's tough for a lot of kids to have to face that kind of thing as you go. So, all right, well, I would like to thank you guys both for coming on today, and good luck with your future endeavors in college and all that. And this has been Bulldog Tales, and we'll be right back after this. All right, well, welcome back to Bulldog Tales. That's it for us today, and we hope you tune in next time. And I'm Dan Monahan, and thank you for watching.